Hey, welcome back to the N.y.a show. Welcome back to the N.y.a show. I don't think it's been that long since a brother took a show off in a minute. Say it's been like 2 weeks. I'm looking at my last upload here as I got ready to do the show. Where's all the money coming from? That was my last upload. It say 2 weeks ago. In that show, I did U.S. approved billions in weapon sales to Israel. Those were my last shows 2 weeks ago, and not quite sure why it took so long. Yeah, not quite sure why it took so long. But we right back here with another show like we never left. As I run through a couple of things here, let me get everything set up. Okay, now I think I got everything. Let me see, I got everything how I need it to be. All right, cool. W3 film. They did an amazing film, shot beautifully, starring my beautiful wife. Spirit Arrested is a short film here on YouTube. Please be sure to come here, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm sure you will. 20 minutes of your life, you spend that scrolling on Instagram. So please check that out, as well as how mother has been on some life and pursuit of dreams. An interview with actress Breyonna M. Thomas with Ajay Tambe available on Spotify. Please take your time and check out that interview, as well as we roll into this brand new week that we have. We just ended September, and um, my Friday was pretty good. I worked, I went, and I filmed and did pictures at a wake um, for a woman that I met once a year ago when I first did photos for this family, and now they wanted me to come out, and I did the wake, as well as the following day, I got up, I got my hair cut, got my nephew haircut, little when it got cut, and then I went and shot and did photos for did video and film for the repass. I did video and film for the repass, which I did want to share. Where is it? Let me see the repass video. See if I can put this up in the same place where I had the intro plan and see if it'll show correctly. If not, you're just gonna see a screen of me looking. You see me looking, but I think this should work. Hold up. Let's see. Perfect. Not gonna play, and like I said, I ain't gonna play it all because it got people's faces in it. But that was what I did on Saturday. I did that, and that was an amazing time because now as I get older with this and I'm meeting more and more people, it's like, man, you went from knowing this person, you start doing work for their daughter, you start doing work for their son, and then it goes on and on. Like with my kids, I pass the camera, and then they'll say, "Yo, my dad or my grandfather used to do stuff for your grandma when they was, you know what I'm saying?" Like I think that what we're building here, what I got going, is pretty dope. So that was what my Friday and that was my Friday and my Saturday, and then later on that evening, right after that, I did the repass and a couple more things. I spent the rest of the evening at my mom's house. So that was how the Saturday ended up going for me. So let me know how y'all weekend went. Like I said, this was the first week, all the bills got paid, and all we good. It's the first of the month. So please let me know how y'all weekends went as well. And I want to talk about this story that I have about this woman who says that she's thinking about divorcing her husband because he wants to use her inheritance to help out his family. This is a stock photo, so please don't associate the woman with the actual story. But let's just dive into that story. I think may have came already, but I wanted to share this with y'all. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this because it's like just a real life situation. For 31 years, this 50-year-old woman has been married to her 52-year-old husband. And a couple of years ago, they bought their in-laws farm. They bought their in-laws farm a couple of years ago. Got it. They went on to build their dream home on a property, raise up cows. Now her husband has stepped in to care for her husband's parents and his sister, who has Down syndrome, who no one else would help take care of. So bless them. She believes in caring for loved ones, so she has no problem allowing her in-laws to move in with them and never thought twice about it. However, I think her family resented. I think his family resented us for this and somehow feels that they were owed something because we own the family farm. She explained, and just from something like that, I thought about that once when there was a home that was related to the family that at one point I was like, okay, well maybe we try to get this home, maybe like a first home kind of thing. Let's see if we can get a deal with it and get the same home back that you kind of grew up in. But then you get the everybody think that they're obligated to that space because they've lived in it before for X amount of years, but it's your property now. It's not the same property that it was when somebody else owned it. And for some reason, my husband thinks he has to take care of his other sisters, even though there's nothing wrong with them except they have low IQs. That I don't know if that's 100% necessary. Just smash on your husband's sisters like that. They this all brings us to the present. She recently inherited a large sum of money from her mom and her dad, but she hasn't told her husband how much it is. Yeah, because her, I don't know, depending on how the relationship is, husband might want a certain share that of that inheritance being with the situation that it is now. But let's see, her husband's anger with her for not being transparent. He's angry with her for not being transparent, and he does not have access to the bank account where the money is now. Well, I ain't look if before this moment, before she got that inheritance, y'all didn't have a joint account. How can he be mad, y'all? How can he be mad at what's going on in her account and they don't have a joint account? Her husband has been asking her to use her inheritance to build a home on their property for his sisters to move into. He says that way his sister won't have to pay rent to live in apartments any longer. That is wonderful, amazing, a true process of what it means to have a home. You pay your rent, I mean, you pay your mortgage and you move on. But to just say it the way that they got it here, just like, yo, so they ain't got to do nothing. They can just live. So what about you? What about the average person? We don't get to just cash in. I wish it was easy like that. You just get to sit on your ass, you got to pay no rent. Like, nah, man, you got to get out there and you got to pay that rent. He wants us to pay their property taxes and insurance because they won't be able to afford it, but they can pay their utilities, she said. So it seems like the husband has a plan here. She's just caught off guard by the idea that they have to build a whole home with her money on the property, with her money on the property. So that's the end of the story. He wants us to pay their property taxes and insurance because they won't be able to afford that, but they can pay the utilities. I think that if they can pay the utilities, we can work with somebody to get the property taxes and the insurance done too. Like I never fall for that. Oh, ain't no money. Oh no, it's always some goddamn money. They may not be giving it to your ass, but it's everybody. Everybody got some funds. Don't let them fool you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you. So I do want to know what y'all thoughts are on this as a wife. I don't know why divorce would come up in a situation like this. A wife battles with the idea that I inherited a large sum of money. My husband wants us to build another property only for his family to be able to, live. But at the same time, this is my money, my inheritance. I have a joint account. And why should I have to use all my money to build something for your family? You know what I'm saying? When they can get out there, hustle, do their thing, I'll help them in another way. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. At the end of the day, I don't 100% know. They've been married for 31 years. In 31 years, a decision like this, I don't think it's worth breaking up. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on it. What would you do in this scenario as the husband? What would be your decision that you're making overall? For all my women listeners, what would you do as a wife? You just got a big sum of money. You are living on property that you bought. That was your husband's family stuff, but y'all bought it. It's y'all's now. And you got an inheritance. Are you supposed to go out and spend your inheritance to take care of his people when in reality it's not really your responsibility? Let me know what y'all thoughts on this. The N.y.a show. Appreciate y'all continued support for the show. Please go watch my last couple of shows. Like I said, the billions of arms that was approved by the U.S. to Israel. Go and look at my last couple of shows as I roll out a couple of new ones for this week. And y'all have a safe and blessed week. It's the N.y.a show.